what do you see? I'm guessing it. Today, we're diving into a nation that is somehow both an ancient civilization and a 21st century powerhouse, all at the same time. This is the story of India, or as it's also known, Bharat. It's a place of incredible scale, fascinating contradictions, and a story that's still being written. Let's get right into it. When you think of modern India, what do you see? I'm guessing it's something a lot like this, a nation with its eyes on the stars, sending missions to the moon and really pushing the boundaries of what's possible in science. It's a powerful image of pure 21st century ambition. But here's the thing. For every incredible leap into the future, there are these deep, deep roots that stretch back thousands of years. This is also India, a land of ancient architecture, traditions that feel timeless, and a history that has seen countless empires rise and fall. And you see this incredible contrast literally everywhere you look. On one hand, you've got this gleaming modern infrastructure, an amazing sea link that's a testament to modern engineering. And on the other, you have to remember that all of this is built on a legacy left by legendary figures, warrior kings and philosopher emperors, whose stories are woven into the very DNA of the nation. So how on earth do you define a nation that's both ancient and hyper-modern, all at once? It's this constant dance, right, between the past and the future. And that's exactly what makes India's story so compelling. Okay, so to even begin to understand India, you've got to grasp the sheer scale of the place. So let's start with some numbers, just to put it all into perspective. First off, just look at that number, the area. We're talking about almost 3.3 million square kilometers. It's not just a country, it's practically a subcontinent in its own right. And to give you an idea of what that means, imagine traveling it, going from the very top in the north all the way down to the southern tip. That's a journey of over 3,200 kilometers. And going from west to east is nearly 3,000. This is a continent's worth of landscapes, cultures, and people all packed into one nation. And with that kind of size, you get some pretty incredible extremes. I mean, we're talking about the world's highest battlefield at the Siachen Glacier. And you've also got some of the longest bridges and highest waterfalls on the entire planet. This wild, diverse geography has always been the stage for India's epic history. All right, so we've got this vast stage. Now, let's talk about the people and the empires that have shaped its story over thousands and thousands of years. We need to take a trip back in time. And wow, this timeline, it barely even scratches the surface. We're starting more than 4,000 years ago with one of the world's first major urban civilizations in the Indus Valley. From there, you see this incredible succession of powerful empires, the Mauryas, the Guptas, the Delhi Sultanate, the Mughals, and each one left its own unique stamp on the culture. Just stop and think about that for a second. You have these meticulously planned cities almost 5,000 years ago. Then comes the Mauryan Empire, which basically unifies the whole subcontinent. After that, you get these golden ages of culture under dynasties like the Guptas and the Mughals. It's like layer upon layer of history, art, and philosophy being built up over centuries. And if you want a perfect example of how sophisticated these eras were, look no further. This is the famous Iron Pillar of Delhi. It was forged way back during the Gupta period, over 1,600 years ago. Now here's the mind-blowing part. It has stood outside through centuries of monsoon rains and has barely rusted. It's an absolute marvel of ancient science. So through all these different empires and all these changes, one big theme keeps popping up: resilience. There's this incredible ability to assimilate everyone and everything, to absorb new ideas from traders, from invaders, from migrants, but somehow still maintain this really distinct cultural core. Okay, so from those ancient empires, we're going to fast forward to the 20th century when a brand new nation was forged. Let's dive into the monumental task of building the modern Republic of India. And at the very heart of this new nation, you have this building, the parliament. It's more than just a building, right? It's a symbol of a completely new chapter, one defined by self-rule, a groundbreaking constitution, and get this, the creation of the world's largest democracy. And building a nation like that from the ground up, well, it took some serious visionaries. You had the political heavyweights like President Rajendra Prasad and Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. You had the legal genius of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who was the main architect of the Constitution. And you had trailblazers like Indira Gandhi, who would later lead the country. These are the people who laid the foundations of modern India. And this rebirth wasn't just happening in politics. It was happening in the culture too. India was finding its modern voice, and honestly, nowhere was that clearer than in the birth of its now iconic film industry. Think about it. From the first silent film in 1913 to the first talkie just 18 years later, a whole new way of telling the nation's stories was born. So that's the history. But how does all of that connect to the India we see today? Well, that's where we're going next. We're looking at a nation in motion, where these ancient roots are actually powering modern ambition. Take a look at this. It's called the Sengal. It's this historic scepter, a symbol of just and righteous rule that was passed down through ancient kingdoms for ages. So when it was recently installed in the new parliament building, it created this powerful, visible link between India's ancient ideas of sovereignty and its modern democracy. Now put that ancient symbol right next to a totally modern one, the Make in India lion, made entirely of gears and machinery. This represents today's push for industrial self-reliance and manufacturing power. It's really the same spirit of creation, isn't it? From rust-proof iron pillars thousands of years ago to cutting-edge modern industry. And nowhere is that ambition clearer than in science. I mean, the journey started with visionaries like Homi J. Bhabha, the father of India's nuclear program. That led to the country's very first reactor, Apsara. And that same path of scientific discovery eventually took Rakesh Sharma to space, and today it has India reaching for the moon, for Mars, and beyond. And maybe, just maybe, all these different threads, the ancient history, the modern ambition, the sheer mind-boggling scale of it all, are woven together into this one single symbol, the Tiranga, India's national flag. Its colors stand for the values that have guided this incredible journey: courage, peace, and faith. It's a flag that represents over 1 billion different stories all at once. Which brings us right back to where we started. An ancient civilization, a modern powerhouse, always changing, always evolving. The story of India is so far from over, and that leaves us with the biggest question of all. What will its next chapter be?